Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are in a war with Kalimantan. So we're going to keep on working on that. But I think that's going to be mostly not much going on because we just kind of have the one fleet. So I think that's just kind of on the proverbial back burner for the moment. Finances are still pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and give us another little boost to construction. Let's pop those in Ankara. We can always use more construction in Ankara. And we'll do... I don't want to do too much. Let's put 4 more in a couple of these other territories here in Turkey proper. It's going to be 8. It's... You know, I'm kind of making a gamble here, but I've got plenty of cash in the pot. So I'm not at my my reserve limit. No, I'm over my reserve limit. That's weird, because it looks like I'm kind of... Well, anyway, I'm not going to be at my reserve limit much longer, so we'll see how that goes. Sweden have declared Oldenburg their rival because Oldenburg is communist. Where is Oldenburg? Here we go. Oldenburg is communist. Everyone's hearing about Oldenburg. Oh boy. Red revolution, yellow headlines. Newspapers sympathetic to the interests of the local governors have printed numerous stories about the revolutionary desires of communists in the Ottoman Empire. The articles paint lurid pictures of strikes and planned terrorism. The Red Plague festers. Correspondents from across the world have reported the unnatural stirrings of a thought most foul, that man no longer be entitled to the sweat of his brow, that many Hey, there's a nice little Andrew Ryan quote there. That many hard-working Oldenburgian citizens no longer have natural rights to his property. Well, I mean, maybe give the editor another pass at that one. This thought is communism, and it's coming for everyone in the Ottoman Empire. We must get the situation under control. This adds pop support for dedicated and militarized police, and makes 2% of members of the local governor loyalist, or we cannot have a panic on our hands. This makes the local governors a little weaker. We have dedicated police, so I think this first one's fine. Although 5% weaker, 5 years of weaker local governors might be good, but I think the first one's fine. I think people are gonna be just fine with that. All right, we got our troops on the way here. We actually have lower war support than our opponents because of our radical population, but, you know, we're working to get a hold on that. We have finished some construction sectors, and as you can see, our costs have gone up significantly. Let's take another look at the market. Oil and Mosul. That's good. That's a good sign. Iron is still pretty okay from a cost perspective, although as you can see it is going up. I think that's actually going to increase the... because I'm increasing the number of construction sectors, that is going to increase the amount of new steel mills that I need to build in order to stay even where I want to be even. Let me see, I've got 5 queued up already, so let's go ahead and queue in just a bunch more. We got quite a few in Ankara. Let's build 5 levels in Hudavendigar. So, next up... I could do charity hospitals, but I don't... That's right, I'm saving up for private health insurance. That's something I'm going to need. And we're 3 weeks away from having increased investment into education. That is very good. How's the price of paper? Paper's my perennial cost. Oh, naval invasion is successful. Cool. Alright, we've gotten complete occupation of the Kalimantan uprising. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased about that. There is an enemy army here, but it doesn't seem as though it's doing anything, so I think we're good to go. I think this war is essentially complete. So it's another good target. Expansion target. Ooh, Johor is free. Be bankrolled by Portugal. That'd be a nice, nice country to have. And there's education investment going up. Wonderful. That's everything we want. Are you... Okay, interesting. So, as you can see, presence is going up over time here, and I bet that functions similarly to in Hearts of Iron 4, how you get reduced effectiveness when you first occupy an air zone. Chinese market. Why? Oh, our trade routes to Java are blocked because I bet Java doesn't have a port right now. Oh, no, it does. Well, that's curious. Yeah, not sure what that's about. Country's in a state of civil war, but not really. Because this is a secession movement. Alright, so, war operations are over. That puts us in the red again, but not too far in the red, and we're doing basically okay with our gold reserves. We're way over our reserve limit, which is just fine with me. We are getting slightly less efficient gold gain. As you can see, we're losing about... Sorry. We're losing about 9.85k a week due to being over the reserve limit, but that's okay. I think that's not necessarily bad, because those funds are being embezzled by our civil servants, and right, we got it back. Those funds are being embezzled by civil servants, and I think that is actually increasing their standard of living. So I'm okay with it. Huh, interesting. Government admin being built. Yeah, let's go ahead and build it. We got a lot of radicals here. Some turmoil. Not that much, though. Could definitely be worse. A little low on infrastructure. Could build up a railway. Got a railway here already. Let's go ahead and build a port instead. Can always use some more convoys. And then this fleet. Let's put you back in our main sea node here. And then we have an active interest in Indonesia now. So, a lot of these countries are genial. They would like to be allies, but what if, and hear me out, instead you were a protectorate? Hold on. I do have it. What? Oh, because I don't have one in Indochina. Well, that's curious. Not curious. I'm not saying it's curious. It makes sense. So what about you? 3.6 to get Jambi into my empire. Siak. 7.9. Where am I at from an infamy perspective right now? I'm fully good to go. Let's just check what kind of military Siak has. Mostly irregular and dragoon. Yeah. Alright. Siak, you're coming with me. Every side is just Siak, right? You don't have any... Yep. Alright. Shabamzo. Jordan. Go ahead and mobilize the 6th Ottoman Army again, and I can't plan a naval invasion because we're not at war, so we'll just do the same thing we did a second ago, and that'll be just fine. Actually, let's go ahead and leave our fleet. We'll send our fleet back. And we'll see what happens with that. pretty close to pharmaceuticals, and that'll let us pop over to... that'll let us pop over to private healthcare. Oh. Questionable practices. Release patients from the Constantinople Asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments. Mistreatment of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. They would make us sit in a chair for hours, if not the whole day, in silence. We couldn't talk to any other patient, not even read a book. They would only excuse us to go to the restroom if we were lucky. Otherwise, it was just a rusty chamber pot. No food, no water. If we were not sick when we were admitted, we would be within just a few weeks. Their judgment cannot be trusted. This makes the Sunni ulema mad. We need to entirely revise how asylums work. This gives us increased standard of living for lower and middle strata in eastern Thrace, but costs the government 15k. Or the Sunni ulema can take over the asylum administration. This costs us a boatload of bureaucracy. Sunni ulema I have to be careful about. They're happy now, but they'll be unhappy when when I don't do the thing they want. So we'll go ahead and spend the cash. We can afford it. We're way over on cash to begin with, so I'm not worried. 6th Ottoman Army. This one is, I believe, in East Borneo, so we'll just go ahead and disband it, and you'll go to the 7th Ottoman Army, or to the 6th, sorry, I disbanded the 7th Ottoman Army and put their unit in the 6th Ottoman Army, and hopefully that'll sort it out. Alright, we finished up with our universities. Not all of our construction sectors are on iron frames, so let's go ahead and switch that out. Probably the one, actually, I should just go ahead and use the reset production methods button to align that. Moving right along here. So where are we with our innovation now? Okay, we are at our cap, and our cap is continuing to go up because literacy is increasing. And then we are getting 8.46 from unspent innovation into spread, which is quite substantial, actually. So in production, we have shift work spreading. In military, what do we have spreading? Do we not have a military tech spreading to us? Are we actually genuinely at the forefront of... Oh, no, we got hand-cranked machine gun spreading. I was about to say, like, are we actually at the cutting edge militarily? That can't be right. And then we got pharmaceuticals spreading. We're here in... Or no, we're researching pharmaceuticals. We got joint stock companies spreading. And that's very good. So, now we're working on military shipyards and then naval bases. And then we'll be back to expanding the economy. Italy's importing our steel. That is just fine with me. No one has decided to intervene here. So I think Siak is going to be our protectorate without too much trouble at all. Very good. We are going to be incorporating more territory in North Africa and Persia and Arabia pretty soon. So I think I would like to get the Trucial states under our control. So I think one thing I'm going to do is look for opportunities to assist Great Britain in diplomatic plays. 2 arms. Just quickly get this naval invasion underway. And there's pharmaceuticals. So, let's go ahead and institute privatized health insurance. That's ultimately very high success chance. I don't anticipate any difficulties with this. No one opposes it. We should be good to go with this. We will need a little bit of additional... So that's going to set up level 1 healthcare, which is going to cost 437 bureaucracy. So let's go ahead and queue in a little bit of government admin. Let's see. build up 4 in Thessaly. Thessaly is a good place. There's a lot of labor available in Thessaly. And here's our unit on the way, and our fleet is here. Perfect. Right, so that should not be a problem whatsoever. All roads lead to Indonesia when the roads are imperialism in the 19th century, I think. So from a tech perspective, we're finishing out joint stock companies. Then we're going to do the other 2 level 2s in society, and then we're going to sprint for steel frame buildings, and that's going to be a huge boon to our economy. We're building up a lot of engine industries right now. I'm hoping that this naval expansion will give us a little bit more prestige. Because right now, our prestige from Navy power projection is quite low. But we've got a small, low-tech Navy right now, and that means there's a lot of potential for building up. Like, if I double my Navy from what we've got right now, that's going to give us a big chunk of prestige. You're being rather run over from a prestige perspective by quite a lot of these countries that I don't feel deserve to be way above me. Great Britain, you are all over the place. Great Britain has basically run away at the top of the prestige ladder, despite my good relationship with France. France is having a little bit of a rough time from infamy perspective. Is Britain doing the same? No. And we're repairing relations with Britain. What are we doing? We could be doing better, so let's get better. And here's our naval invasion landing. Landing progress, 25%. The enemy is retreating. So this is advancing. I thought I saw a battle here. Okay, there are battles. Alright, cool. Oh, we got all of Siak now. Interesting. And then our army is up against their army here. We advanced and opposed because their army hasn't... Their army took longer to arrive than it looked like it would. Hey, we're in consideration already. Good luck for private health insurance. Very good. Let's actually get these up to the top. And we'll finish with the naval bases first. Alright, one more battle here. Excellent. That's a success for us. And that... There is still a front here. Do we have a battle? Here it is. Way up in the hills here. Excellent. It's still a front. Still technically a front. Almost there. They marshaled quite a few battalions this time, but none of them were at full strength, so we were able to win successfully. And there's joint stock companies. Perfect. And that, coincidentally, is the end of the war. Or very nearabouts. So, joint stock companies lets us get a new company. So, let's see... Trade agreement with the USA? Don't mind if I do. Interestingly, Karen successfully revolted, it looks like. Which is wild to me. I don't know how Siam failed to crush them, but they did. Which is wild. How are relations with our locals? Do want to improve things. I am getting kind of aggressive over here in Indonesia, and that is making people nervous. The diplomatic incidents that are being caused are reducing my relations with quite a few of the countries that are sort of relevant in this area. So let's go ahead and start improving some relations. Japan, do you care? No. Alright, let's take a look at companies. We already have Ottoman textiles. So what else do we have available? And Ottoman textiles is maxed out in productivity, so we are getting that reduced radicals from standard of living decreases. Chemin de fer orientaux would be nice, but our railways are not very productive. It'd be nice to get some extra prestige. Must be influence. Steel mills throughput. That would be nice. Would be really nice, actually. Fertilizer plants throughput. Percent bureaucracy. Ooh. Continual companies. Suez Canal. Oh! Well, that's something I want for sure. Let's see. So... Oh, interesting. Okay, so in order to get this, I need to have full ownership of the Suez Canal. Okay, I didn't realize that. Well, that's alright. San Miguel. Oh, interesting. I need a big food industry in Indonesia in order to make this one happen. But I can get an additional reduced radicals from standard of living decreases from that. Interesting, interesting. %10 prestige. But I need vineyards for this one. And we sell all our wine. United Mosul Oil Producers is actually probably where I'm going to go, because so what do I need for this? I need level 5 oil rigs in Mosul, which I'm going to have, and oil rigs are crazy productive, and 10% at migration attraction is bananas. Oh my goodness, 10%, 5% birth rate, that's really bananas. Any building, level 5 food industries. Woof, that is wild. Birth rate can be a double-edged sword, though. Maybe. State construction efficiency would be top-notch. And for this one, I just need a level 5 steel mill to get Ottoman steel. It would be productive. I think we're going to do it. Because state construction efficiency is really nice. Hey, be my protectorate. Let's have better relations. I know I forced you into being my vassal, but, you know, what if we pretended I hadn't? Alright, so... I feel confident we are building up to a level 5 steel mill in many areas. Yeah, Ankara. We're already on our way. So I think Ottoman steel is where we're going to go. Perfect. Why do you all want Sinai? It's not like you can build some sort of fancy canal there. Hey, France, how's that coming? You gonna build that thing? Okay, but hear me out. What is a treaty port? Dang. Alright. Rousing speech captivates the public. This afternoon, Riza Yalaz, leader of the industrialists, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of private health insurance. Making an appearance before the public in Constantinople's main square, Riza Yalaz's powerful rhetoric left even his most embittered political opponents impressed. Excerpts from the speech are already being circulated across the Ottoman Empire, fanning the fires of an already roaring debate. This should ease the path to reform greatly, 15% enactment chance, or performances like this reflect well on Riza Yalaz and his cause. I'm going to go with the second one. This is going to make him more popular. It's only going to get us 10% enactment chance, but it's going to make him more popular. It's going to make the industrialists 5% stronger. So we're going for it. We're going for it. We're up to cordial with a lot of the countries we've been working to improve relations with. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. We're getting these government admin buildings finished out. That's going to increase our... Oh, this I need to pay attention to. Tigray and Shewa. So, Shewa wants to conquer Oromia and Gondar, whereas Tigray wants to annex Shewa, which is all of Shewa. I am in favor of this. So, Tigray, you are antagonistic towards me. Shewa, you're feeling the same. Does that mean that I can't intervene here? It does not. So, let's take a look at these two countries. See which one I would prefer. Both of them are running a very landowner's government. This one is monarchy, autocracy, national supremacy, state, religion. Those are the same. Hereditary bureaucrats, professional army, no home affairs. Hereditary bureaucrats, professional army, national guard. Okay. Traditionalism, isolationism, land-based taxation, homesteading. Traditionalism, isolationism, land-based taxation, serfdom. Local police force, no schools, no health system. Local police force, no schools, no health system. Right of assembly, no workers' rights, child labor allowed, legal guardianship. Censorship. Yeah, closed borders, slave trade, closed borders. No migration control, slave trade. Alright, Tigray it is. Tigray is the one we're going to align with. You. Offer support. Ask for an obligation. They will do it for an obligation. Ask for become subject is what I really want. But you know what? Okay, I don't have the influence to improve relations right now, so... Sorry, Italy, you're not that important to me. I'm just going to unilaterally support you. Flex our might here a little bit. Mobilize a medium-sized army to come in. Actually, you know what? We'll also mobilize the 6th Ottoman Army. Put them on the main front. They'll both get here, and that'll be just fine. I think Shewa is a little bit superior from a military perspective, but with almost 60 battalions of Ottoman troops, I don't think it's going to matter. Let's take a look at their military tech just to make sure I'm not completely silly about that. Nope, they're regulars. And irregulars for you as well, I assume? More or less, yes. Alright, wonderful. And there's hand crank machine gun. Excellent. I am still going to leave this fleet over here. Huh. The movement to enact total separation of church and state has ended. New election cycle. Parties are continuing to function as they have functioned. Oh, wait. So... Suleiman Manas is a jingoist, and the current leader of the intelligentsia, Emin Pasha, is also a jingoist. So if I put this guy into leadership, then that'll make it marginally easier for the intelligentsia and the industrialists to align, I think. So we're going to do that. And when the election shakes out, we'll see how things go. Uluruan Uprising. Virtual. Interesting. Alright. Force parity is good on both of these fronts. So I think we should be good to go. We do have modern nursing spreading in the military area. That is very good. Still working on knocking out. We do have postal savings also spreading to us. That should be done pretty soon. And there's a cent for private healthcare. Wonderful. Got plenty of bureaucratic capacity. So what are we going to build up next? Oh, right. I was going to add that company. Have I built my... Oh, hold on. Well, let's watch the war happen for a bit. We got a battle up here already. It's rather undecided. On the other hand, over here, the enemy is advancing. Oh no, we're advancing now. Alright, perfect. And this is very much a successful battle for us, it looks like. Something, something, screams of your enemies, lamentations of their women, etc., etc., etc. Action cycle's still going on. Do we have any occupation over here? Doesn't look like any yet. Wow, we are totally... Force parity is kind of a joke on that front. And then on the main front, our enemies are winning. But over here, our allies are winning. So, you know, it's a process. And here's us. Alright, perfect. Okay, that gives us a nice chunk of occupation. Very good. They want wage subsidies. That's a lot of loyalists. But we're doing private healthcare for now. So, if I wanted to reduce your autonomy, well, okay, I can't check that out because we're not at peace, which makes a certain degree of sense. Continuing to win the war over here. Just slow things down. Okay, I have the steel mills I need. So let's go ahead and add Ottoman steel. No, not Ottoman steel. 5% state construction efficiency, wasn't it? Oh no, you know what? It was... yeah, this is the one we want. Alright. Steel prices are looking good. Unfortunately, iron and coal prices are pretty high. So let's try to build up some coal infrastructure. Labor market in Adana is kind of goofed. Iodine is low on infrastructure. So let's go ahead and build a railway. We'll build 2 levels of railways and then 10 levels of coal mines. And then for iron, let's go ahead and build... Where do we have iron available? Got plenty available in Eastern Thrace. Let's build a couple levels of railways here. And then we'll max out our iron mines. That should help the steel plants stay productive. With that having been said, though, I think it is time to put a pin in this episode. I have had a good time. I hope you all have had a good time, and I will see you on the other side.